Well, hey guys, it's Backwaters Brenton. I know I said my last video was a final build video, but I've done a bunch more stuff since that, and I wanted to show you. So we'll just call this a bonus or something. So let me walk around and show you. So this is my solution to putting a depth sounder transducer on this boat. I did not want to drill anything into the hull, and the reason why is there's no outlet for these hulls. There's not a drain plug. I was thinking about maybe putting some access holes up on top to, to suck it out with a pump. But if something's getting inside these holes, I've definitely got some problems. So for now, I'm gonna go with what I got. But so what I did is I took some scrap aluminum and I just tied it into the bottom of the deck. And then I ran it down here, and there's a transducer. I had to do some finagling to the step here because it was wanting to hit it, so I added some, pieces to that so it would miss it. We'll see how it works. I know the depth sounder works because I tried it out by just tying it to the step. Okay, so let's see, what else can I show you? I think I've already shown you the railing. A friend of mine painted that up. This is my town, Ontonagon. I'd call it my hometown. It's not where I grew up, but it's certainly become my home. I love this little town, Ontonagon, Michigan. Don't tell anybody, though. I have bumpers on it now, so I'm going to run a bumper there. I'm going to run a bumper right here that just flops over the side. And then I'll show you what I did for the middle. And the reason why I have one in the middle, and it's kind of important, is sometimes when you launch this thing, the launch ramp is not long enough, so the back just goes past the dock. So I put this one out the window, and I have it tied here. And then when I'm done, I can just pull it back through the window and store it inside here. I think I might also have a handling line tied to that too, so I can hold it against the dock. This thing can be quite the challenge to launch by yourself. I do it, but it's nice when someone's around to be able to hold it, and when it's not windy, of course, it's a lot easier. I'm gonna put my bedding in that. I have like a pillow top for this fold-out mattress, and it does fit inside there. It's in there right now, so it's nice that fits. And then I'll have my bedding, of course. And then I decided to go with a smaller cooler. A good friend of mine loaned me this one. My big old 110. Probably would be nice, but I think I can get by with this one. It's almost of Yeti quality, and I plan on stopping a lot and getting food and ice and things like that. So I'm going to go with this one. And then I'll keep some food and stuff in that. I put a bigger post in. I had just a little spindly one before, and I cut this one out. I think it looks better. It certainly is stronger. What else? So I kind of cleaned up the helm here. I still need to make a little door for that down there. But now I have both of these mounted. This is going to be my chart plotter, which already came with the boat. And then this will be my depth sounder. It also tells me the temperature of the water. And it's black and white. It's just a cheap one, but it does get the job done. I was able to, I'm like infamously bad with wiring. Mostly just it's a mental block. But I sat down and figured this out. And this is really easy because it does have a, like a wiring block behind this, inside this box here. And I wired up a 12-volt jack. I ran the transducer cable. It just, man, if I had like 2 more feet, it would have been so much better. But so I had to do this little angle here, but I did fasten it to the wall to kind of keep it out of the way. So no one trips over it or whatever. It goes through that box and then out the back. And then I did put a third light up here. I'm going to probably put a floodlight on the front that shines down onto the deck. And so my friend also cleaned these windows so well that I actually ran into it, almost broke my nose. It was pretty funny, actually. So I asked her to paint some paw prints on it so I can kind of get my, subconscious to be paying attention to those when this glass is really clean. Little details. I got my back scratcher, and I have my gutting knife for if someone tries to take over my boat, like some pirates or something. I can just gut them. That's the least of their concerns, if you know what I mean. I put pole holders on. So there's my net. There's a pole and a pole holder. And then I've got some pole holders here. There's one on the other side. Here is the name of the boat, the Shanty Beagle, on a piece of driftwood, which I think looks great. Put my cutting board up on the wall. Hung my hat. I need to get a straw hat. I've started cutting all my pants to Tom Sawyer length. Got another pole holder here. And one here plus a small downrigger that plugs into pole holders. It came on a boat that I bought a long time ago. It's just been sitting around, and I always thought it was a little too small to be anything serious, but I'm going to give it a try. I think it'll probably work on this. I've got little two-pound balls to see if I can get some line down if I'm just cruising down the Cumberland or something like that. There's some more poles, pole holders and poles. And there's my gaff and aluminum paddle. Another long net when all those Asian carp start attacking. I've got a little shelf there for holding just odds and ends. That's my junk drawer. Got a towel hook. And another pole holder right there. Yeah, so I think that's about it. I have a grill inside that yellow case right there, so I can grill outside. I'm thinking about putting a mount like this right there in the middle of those chairs so that two people can sit and eat out on the deck facing each other, and I would just use the same table. You guys have any opinion on that? I kind of also thought that maybe it'd just be something to trip on, but I mean, there's a lot of trip hazards. I'm trying to minimize them. I'm trying to really keep everything wide open. You might notice I don't have a helm seat, and I'm still kind of debating on that. I might, see, these chairs are too low. I would have to put some kind of riser either in the middle or up or on the base to get them, like, I would say 6, 8, 10 inches higher to really start to see out these windows properly. So I've held off on that, and what I do is I just put a cushion on that case right there. I was sitting on my bigger cooler, and my thought is, I'm kind of on the fence about this because in some ways I don't want to just sit all day, with my feet up, which I could easily do. I could just sit in a comfortable chair and kick my feet up on something and probably just watch the world go by, which sounds great. But there's also the problem of just sitting too much and getting fat and getting lazy, and I try to resist that. I mean, I'm not the most, trust me, I don't have any problem with being lazy or people being lazy. So I kind of play this little game with myself where I'm like, if I don't make it too comfortable, then I'll have to get up. And I often just drive by standing here in the doorway and just reaching over the wheel. So I thought, well, if I just have something that's comfortable enough, but it's not too comfortable, I'll just get up a lot. I'll get up, stand, sit, get tired of sitting, my butt hurts, I'll get up, I'll stand. Get tired of standing, I'll sit. If I'm too comfortable, I might just end up sitting there for 10 hours a day. So, but yeah, what do you guys think? I can always, get some kind of helm seat. I got other ideas too, probably just stuff laying around. But I haven't figured that one out yet. Plus, when this comes out into a bed, nothing permanent can be there. So it's something that has to be moved, or movable, I should say. Okay, well, I think this will be my final build video. It's the bonus video. The little details, I mean, I don't think this boat will ever be done. I probably won't finish it. Probably the next person will. And I have lots of time to I'm bringing some basic hand tools, so if I just, get an idea for something, or something makes sense as I start, living on the boat full time, then I can just build it with hand tools. So I might bring my screw gun too, because this whole boat's kind of put together by like screws, which is nice. And I'm going to talk about that at some point, maybe when I get on the river, just the benefits of, a shanty boat type of thing like this, or a boat that's, well, I'll talk about it. I'll just save that topic for one of the many topics on the river. So, okay. Shout out to, of course, Wayne, Wayne Diaries, the real Wayne's World, and Lloyd of Lojo Marine, which we're going to be meeting up, I think, pretty soon. He might be launching more or less the same time I do, just like a couple 100 miles down the river from me. So we'll cross paths pretty early in the trip. There's a couple other guys that, one guy's leaving from, I want to say, Pittsburgh. I haven't connected with him too much yet, but I plan to, and I hope to. There's another guy that I just subscribed to last night. AIT, I think, is what he's calling his channel. Has a really cool boat. I can't wait to talk to him about that. So, oh, and then there's a fella in Tennessee who is sending me a license plate to add to the collection there of the states I'm passing through. I'm going to make a video of that, or I will include it in a video once I get on the river. And I don't think I've caught his name yet, but we've been texting back and forth, and he's building a boat also. So it seems to be kind of the season for shanty boats, which I think is awesome. I got an idea like a couple weeks ago. It doesn't feel very original to me, but it feels like it's taken off. And I'm happy for that. I was thinking of getting like a little informal group together called the Brotherhood of the Shanty, since it seems like it's just mostly a bunch of fellas that are doing trips like this, and so like a fraternal order of the Shanty, the Brotherhood of the Shanty. So maybe we can talk more about that. Just yeah, common interests. So okay, guys. Well, I am like chomping at the bit to get this trip started. I am officially tired of working on this boat. I mean, I had a great time this summer. I learned a lot. I'm not the greatest craftsman, but I learned a lot in this project. So, and I can't wait to get started. So, okay, guys. Anytime you want to contact me, just send me some comments, or send me a text, or even call me. But maybe hold off on the calling until I get on the river, because I'm just kind of busy at the moment. So, but once I get on the river, one of my mottos is all the time in the world. So, hope you're all doing well. I will catch you later.